So I think probably the most obvious answer is going to be the advent of virtual reality technology. So people will be able to be immersed in documentary content in ways that they never had done before. I think this field is really interesting because it's so much in its infancy that I don't think anybody really knows the right way or the wrong way to be able to do this. So I'm interested in seeing what we as content makers start to figure out and understand in this field. The BBC, we've had quite a lot of success using smart TVs in terms of, say, live events. So we do a lot with music festivals or with sporting events. I think I think there'll always be a bit of a question mark around how much power the operating system of a TV will have. I think the interaction with that will always be reasonably limited. I'm kind of maybe a little bit more interested in how other devices, so how does an experience move from a TV experience onto a mobile experience, onto a tablet experience, and I think that those transmedia user journeys and those pathways that people take is kind of maybe slightly more interesting, but I think there's useful utility in connected TVs right now. Connected Studio is an innovation program by the BBC. It's a partnership between research and development and our marketing and audiences team. So what we do is we get insight about what our audience are doing. We marry it up with insight around what technology is available and is on the horizon, and we collect briefs from inside the BBC and invite people from not only inside the organisation but external collaborators in to help us solve those briefs and to create interesting experiments and pilots in response to them. BBC Taster is that's the BBC's home for new ideas. So it's where we showcase pilots that we're trialling. It's kind of like our version of beta, really. So it's really a label that says something is new and experimental. And most importantly, it's a place where users can come and try out these new ideas and to rate them and to feedback and let us know what they think of it. So at the BBC, we're really interested in different ways of engaging users, and I think different ways of making users perhaps reflect on content and on some of the pathways and the choices that happen within a story or within a documentary, and it becomes a much more personal experience if you're perhaps able to make some of those choices along with the protagonists of a story. I think there's also a very nice creative element in there. I think there's the opportunity for a user to essentially build their own narrative through a story and create an experience which is essentially very personal to them, and something that they can then share with other people.